We are live and we're gonna be reviewing this ridiculous video by this Hindutva idiot. Wait, is that okay? Is that
You're coming in
Too mu-
so hot.
It's titled Exposing the Ex-Muslims, replacing the S with a $sign. Do ex-Muslims exaggerate the dangers of apostasy to get sympathy and money? Question mark. Oh, Marco is saying audio is good. Soha is saying audio is great. Wait, I'm hearing echo. Reduce my audio. Soha is here. Everybody's here. Amazing. Okay, great. So I'm going to play this video and we're going to respond to it. We're going to go over it. We're going to dissect it 1 minute by one. Okay, the whole thing is 60 minutes, so let's get to it right away. Let me know if you have audio once I start playing this.
Mhm.
Actually, yeah, okay.
Ex-Muslims claim
I have audio. You're not sharing the screen.
Oh, shit. There we go.
There we go.
claim
Wait. You should have.
to be a bigot.
I had it at. You should have told me earlier that I didn't show. I had it at this image before I started playing. So this was the image that I wanted to open with. So I didn't know that I didn't have was sharing my screen because this is such an epic image. I miss these guys. Look at this. Look at us. This was the.
believe that Waleed and Marwa now have a baby. There should be a baby in that photo now.
Yeah, she has a baby now. This was such a great time. I had my ex-Muslim buddies. This was in Berlin. Oh, that was such a great trip.
Didn't
Anyways,
you make the news for that photo?
No, but I started a shitstorm.
articles about that.
I started a shitstorm though. But let's oh yeah, actually. Yeah, but
You start a shitstorm everywhere you go.
yeah, the people who are new here, by the way, on this channel, like this whole thing that you saw with Sexy Callie, it's not a new thing, okay? It's not a this is a repeat thing for me, okay? So we'll get to that, but we'll get to that. All right. All right.
Ex-Muslims claim
Ex-Muslims.
to need support due to the dangers of the Islamic world threatening to kill them. Yet they provide no statistical evidence whatsoever for this claim.
Are you fucking serious? Okay, I think this guy doesn't understand the difference between the threat to us and a threat to other ex-Muslims. Should I just keep playing until I respond? Or yeah, or should I just respond to this right now?
Keep playing until you hear a claim that you need to respond to.
Okay.
I think that's a big claim.
But I think this is going to be so moronic every fucking seconds of it that I'm going to have a hard time not pausing. By the way, thank you. So look at this, Sarah Haider supporting me. This is thank you so much. I think this is what the Hindutva got so butthurt about because they love the ex-Muslims and they saw after this whole Sexy Callie situation. They saw ex-Muslim after ex-Muslim after ex-Muslim coming out and calling out their bullshit, and they were like, oh, they had so many years and so much support they put to ex-Muslims, and all of them would just crumble one by one. And they were so now for so many years they were supporting ex-Muslims, right? And now they're coming out and saying, fuck ex-Muslims, fuck them all, fuck every single this whole ex-Muslim thing, expose them, fuck them, abandon them. They're not this is all a conspiracy. They're all lying to us. Yes, ignore all those years that I was supporting them. Forget them. I block them, remove them, report them. They're so devastated. They're so butthurt.
Should we talk about the background with this individual in particular?
Oh yeah. You go ahead
okay.
First. Yeah.
Because, well, I can't actually speculate on the full background, but I know that Jaran Jove was a supporter of Atheist Republic for some time.
And secular jihadist.
And secular, well, I was getting there. Yeah. And he even had discussions on this channel with you. I can't remember the name of those videos, but I'm sure if you just search Hindu atheist, it will probably show up.
Right. They were trying to defend Hinduism and Hindutva and BJP, and because they were frustrated that we're not sticking on Islam, they were frustrated that we're not just attacking Islam, and they were getting butthurt and offended that we dared as ex-Muslims talk about Hinduism. Okay, so they were like, "This is not your territory. Stay in your fucking lane." And now that we went all out, so we went all out against them. They're now completely disowning us, and like we regret ever supporting these people. We were fooled, and now like exposing them to whole world. Why this is all? There's nothing here to see. But let's see. Let's actually listen to this.
Well,
argument.
there's more background though.
Okay, go ahead.
He was also supported on secular jihadists,
Mhm.
and I must be a sadist because I wanted him to be on secular jihadists.
Yeah.
So we got him on the show,
Yeah.
and that episode, you guys can go listen to that episode, or you can watch it if you're a patron. It's just called Hindu Atheist
Be more
Challenge.
concise. Be more concise in your summary. Okay.
Anyways, you can go find it on secular jihadists, and that conversation was a lot of. It started off hot and it stayed hot, and
it was so embarrassing to him and everybody who listened to it. Kind of like we kind of like showed how he didn't have any good points, but he thought that it was embarrassing to us because for so long we were behind. We were in releasing that, and he was like, "Oh my god, you guys are so embarrassed! You're hiding this. You're not showing this to the world." And he was like, because he thought like he did so good, and as soon as it came out, even Hindutva people thought that he did so bad. But anyways, let's get anything else you want to add before we get to this video.
Oh well, then kind of the falling out was he was in the live chat for a different episode, like spamming the chat about how the world already totally succumbed to Islam, basically, if I remember like somewhat correctly. And then because he was spamming the chat, you guys like blocked him from the chat, and then he had a freak out.
No, we did. Okay, he's one of those Hindutva people who doesn't understand freedom of speech. He kept on posting the same message over and over and over again, and we tell people not to spam the live chat. Like they could say whatever bullshit they want to say, but not spamming. And we put him on timeout in the live chat, and he goes, "Freedom of speech. What happened to my freedom of speech? You guys are hypocrites. You say freedom of speech, and you put me on a timeout on my live stream." And like, oh my god, you fucking morons! And you don't even understand what freedom of speech means. And it's funny because they don't understand that, and yet they think like they're educated and they're so intelligent, and they think like they are the best of their side of the argument, and they go represent themselves as these intellectuals, but they don't even understand the basic concepts of like something like freedom of speech. They think if you block somebody on YouTube or put them on timeout, their free speech has been violated. And if they don't even understand that, it's amazing that they think that they're in any position to come argue about these other points that they think that we are so ignorant about. But anyways, can we get now to this video? One more point.
Okay. So you were saying that they've been supporting us for years, and all of a sudden, because of this incident,
right?
You're falling apart. That's not the case with this particular individual. That's why I brought it up, because he's had a problem with Sarah Hayter for a long time.
Well, because they're not going out full on just anti-Islam and nothing else. That's why.
Like on your SJME episode with him, he kept on calling her a bigot. He thinks you're a bigot too.
Yeah, he thinks I'm a bigot, but he's actually the bigot. We'll see that here. Okay, but he actually supported Atheist Republic and Secular Jihadists financially until he decided that nope, these guys are bigots. They're anti-Hindu bigots. So, but let's see. Like maybe he has a point, guys. Maybe not very.
Maybe I actually agree with him on something.
Actually, maybe I agree with him on something as well. Maybe we actually agree with him on something. We'll see. Surprises might be coming at the very end. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, every time I'm speaking and I'm not sharing this my screen, Susanna, like
I know.
Right now. No, but you don't tell me all the time. Sometimes you wait like until. Yeah. Anyways. Okay. Anyways. But thank you so much, Sarah Hayter. Yay, supporting this, Sarah Hayter being on the right side of things as usual. Okay, but let's go on.
At best, it is a bunch of anecdotes which could easily be construed as the behavior of extremists in foreign countries and not the wider population's attitudes towards ex-Muslims in the Islamic world.
So you fucking moron. Being an ex-Muslim is punishable by death in 13 countries. That is a fact. That is a fact. and this is not about us. We are safe. Haven't I told the people that I'm safe, Susanna?
Yeah, in fact, you have a lot of criticism for Western ex-Muslims acting extremely persecuted, and you get shit because you call out people for exaggerating their own threat.
Yes, this is not about us.
People don't like you because you're like, guys, you're exaggerating, and we have to be honest about the
Right.
threat to us so if this exactly doesn't happen, so people take it seriously.
Right. I say ex-Muslims in Australia, in Canada, in United States, in UK. They're not in danger. They do have serious issues like family disowning them, the community shaming them, demonization, ostracization, all of those problems. Those problems are legitimate and they need to be talked about, but mostly they're not in danger. But atheists and secularists in Pakistan, in Iran, in Saudi fucking Arabia, in Bangladesh, okay? I mean, come on. They are in danger. So shut the fuck up. There's plenty of data about this. We're not talking like, oh, they're trying to make money off of this. What are you talking about? I have actually been very clear on fighting back against the exaggerations of any ex-Muslim trying to milk the sympathy of what they're dealing with when they're not living in Islamic countries. So I have actually been very consistent on that. This guy is like trying to expose me, but he can't even get my name right. Amir just started. What the? I'm Armin, you fucking moron. If you want to at least get my name right. Susanna, you're muted. Don't mute yourself. All right.
Well, just when we're playing the video.
No, it's okay because I went. It's okay. Don't mute yourself.
Ex-Muslims
You have the best.
West make exaggerated claims.
Exaggerated.
But having
What is he?
lives...
Let's see. Actually, this is exaggerated. Maybe he's pointing out some exaggerated claims. Oh no, this is the tweet that he's showing. Idiot! If you're talking, you have to make the thing that is showing on the background be relevant to what you're talking about. This guy is talking like Harris Sultan is talking about the Hindu threatening, and you're talking about ex-Muslims exaggerating the threat to them by Islamists. And the image in the background is not what you're talking about. It's like, at least improve your presentation. Susanna, can you reduce my volume a little bit?
Then I can't hear you. Then you're muted.
Okay, never mind. Look, like anything, all the stuff that he's talking about is not the stuff that is showing on his screen.
Threatened, so they can get donations while presenting themselves as perpetual victims in order to prevent any real criticism from coming their way.
Perpetual victims. Is that what I have done, Susanna? Have I not said multiple times that I am not the victim, that I'm not a victim, that I'm fine? I didn't experience anything from my family. I didn't say I've lived in a free country, and I get to say whatever I want, and I haven't received any backlash, any serious any life-threatening backlash to anything I have ever done. Have I not been clear about that?
I mean, you have had to move, but not in immediate threat to your life.
Every time I said I have to move, did I not say that is nothing compared to the? Yeah, like I tried to, like, people say I had to move, but I also clarified that that's not that big of a deal, right? And I also had to move not because I thought that I was at any great threat, but because people that I love were worried that I am at a great threat, and I had to move for their sake, for their for them to feel like I'm safe, right? So even when I had to move, I myself didn't think that I had to move. Right? So again, this guy knows. Here's the thing: he knows this because he's been following our content. He knows these things I'm saying. So he's either a fucking moron or he's being so obviously dishonest, or both.
He has a lot of feelings about you.
What?
He has a lot of feelings about you.
I like that. You know why I like that? Because that means that I'm leading the anti-Hindutva activism. The fact that they think like they direct this at me means that I am, like, other ex-Muslims are behind me. Like, come on, guys, come on. Like, like, why am I ahead of you, right? Why am I such the main target here? Okay, you guys need to catch up.
Oh, here's the Twitter interaction he had with Sarah that made her so upset about.
Oh yeah. Can we look at that? Oh, yeah, okay. So he's a Sarah Hayda spokesman and co-founder of Ex-Muslims of North America, admitting to her bigotry against all Indians of India. he's so stupid, because that was so not bigotry. That was so not bigotry. It was so obvious that it's not bigotry, and we demonstrated how that was obviously not bigotry when he came to our show on secular jihadists, and he's now showing that on his screen as if he's proud of it. He's proud of his stupidity. And Sarah Hayder responded to him by saying, "It's not bigoted to say the West is more." Oh yeah, because we said like he thinks it's bigoted to say that India is behind on compared to Western countries when it comes to tolerance. Wait,
Specifically, it was Sarah said something, because I was listening to the SJME episode last night to remember. He said that Sarah Hayder said that the standard of discourse in the West, or in America specifically, is higher than in India, and he took
which it is.
that.
How is that bigotry? The standard of discourse in United States is higher, definitely higher than India. I mean, we have that has been clearly demonstrated in the past 2 weeks, right? I mean, India has a lot of great thinkers and philosophers, but the average is way, way, way below anything you could expect in the United States or in Western Europe or North America.
Oh, I think he'll get into that, though. That claim.
Okay. So Sarah said it's not bigoted to say, just said it is not bigoted to point out India is more tolerant of its minorities than Pakistan. Yeah, exactly. I mean, do these Hindutva people not, would they think like this? He's showing that like he's been owned by Sarah Hayder in this one reply, and he's showing that he doesn't understand how embarrassing this is to him. Okay, so all these Hindutva people who say that India is better than Pakistan, is that bigotry towards Pakistani people? No, it's not.
He would say no, because he was comparing secular democracies to secular democracies. With America to India.
What? It doesn't. Just because you're a secular democracy, that doesn't mean you're at the same level and everything. It's possible. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. For example, United States is better when it comes to free speech than Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Secular democracy to secular democracy. There you go. Shut the fuck up.
What's up?
Yeah, but it is. United States is better than Canada. What is that? Is that bigoted towards Canada? You're fucking moron. This guy is. It's so amazing that you could be this stupid and still think that you're an intellectual.
And we haven't even gotten to the part where you're really gonna unload yet. So we should.
Oh my god, yeah. Like it just keeps getting worse.
Any real criticism from coming their way. You would imagine that a group claiming to be in danger of Islamic jihadists wouldn't use the term jihadist so lightly.
Okay, so first of all, me and Ali Riz, we never claimed that we are in threat of the jihadists. So second of all, so he now has a problem with our podcast with me and Ali Rizvi. Our podcast is called Secular Jihadists. You think that the people that have an issue with that say that they're a threat with from jihadists wouldn't call themselves what?
He's talking about like a tweet like this, or he's talking
about secular jihadists.
He's talking about Harris Khan so loosely using the term Hindu jihadis.
No, I think he said like they call themselves secular jihadists. Hold on, let me see it again.
In danger of Islamic jihadists wouldn't use the term jihadist so lightly.
Oh, okay. I thought he was referring to secular jihadists. But here's the thing. Jihad, actually, well, then us calling ourselves jihadists actually goes against his point, right? Because we don't think jihadist is like a taboo word that you can't just... Jihadists could, First of all, just because you call something jihadist, that doesn't mean that it's the same threat level as Islamic jihadists. Let me see actually what Ali Rizvi said, because I might disagree with Ali here. Jihadists are jihadists, and we can now see that Hindu jihadists are just as vile. Yes, they are vile, if not more than Islamic jihadists. Yeah, I don't disagree with this, because Ali Rizvi didn't say that Hindutva jihadists are just as life-threatening. Did he say that? Nope. Did he say
no? Maybe that's what people inferred.
Well, because they're idiots. Right? Because they're idiots. Because he's clearly saying they are just as vile, right? Which he's right. They're actually more vile. I mean, these Islamic jihadists, some of them at least, even though they will come and behead you, they won't send you like they won't say that they're gonna come gang bang your mom. I mean, some of them would, but I think that the ratio seems to be higher when it comes to the vileness seems to be higher when it comes to Hindutva. My experience has been that the Hindutva jihadists are more vile, right? So
Yeah,
this
but
tweet,
he's going to
yeah.
go on to compare that. Are you guys really saying that Twitter comments is as bad as an actual Islamic jihadi?
We didn't say that. In fact, we clarified many times that it's not. We clarified many times that as bad and vile and disgusting and stupid these Hindu jihadis are, when it comes to life-threatening, offline threat, Islamic jihadists are still the number one champions, and that is obviously more important. How many times have I clarified that? Every time there's a comparison, Susanna. Every fucking time that the comparison is made, I clarified that.
I don't know if you've made that clarification on Twitter, but definitely in your content, your online content videos.
Yes, I have made that clarification. On secular jihadists, I mean, if this guy is not just a consumer of my Twitter content, this guy consumes, he's a follower of Atheist Republic and secular jihadists, so he should know that. Either he didn't do his research, or he's just being dishonest. What do you want to say?
We have a super chat from shoot, I can't remember how to say it.
Troel.
A clue to the BH in the 2019 Pornhub stats. MILF is the third most popular category and second most trend search in India. Normally MP, I'm not sure what that means, but normally no problem, but hashtag India mommy issues.
Wait, so if they like MILFs, then what's the problem with Callie being their mommy and being sexy at the same time then? I thought they had the problem with mothers being sexy. That's why they were offended, but apparently they weren't, right? Oh, by the way, thank you so much.
In fact, biologically, most women's sex drives increase after they've had a child.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
are you sure?
That's my understanding. Don't quote me on that.
So Callie must be extremely horny given how many children she has. But thank you. Thank you so much, by the way, for the super chat. I mean, come on, that's the only thing that follows. Anyways, let's go with this video because we haven't even been 1 minute through and it's 16 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Not any moral equivalence to angry Twitter comments and claim that they are carrying the same weight as stories of ex-Muslims who suffer targeted assassinations or honor killings. Yet, this is precisely what they have claimed following the Kalima controversy with Hindus that Armin Navabi desperately pushed in order.
I didn't desperately push. You guys, I didn't have to push. You guys lost your minds without me having to try even a tiny bit. Like, honestly, it was all you. I didn't have to lift. Like, I had to be like, here's a cartoon, and you guys came in hordes and like, geez, like it was. I honestly didn't have to desperately push for anything. Your desperation did 99% of the job. We have grown the same level that we would have done in 2 years with half a week worth of work because of how desperately you guys tried to take Callie down, sexy Callie down, and you were failed to. How hard you tried to get me arrested, tried to get Callie down, tried to take our Patreon down, tried to take our Twitter down, tried to take our Facebook down. You went after my family, you went after my dead mother, you went after everybody, all my friends. You went after the people hack into our accounts. You went after all our supporters in India. And you say all of this desperation, and all because I posted a cartoon, and you fucking morons call me desperate? Like, the level of self-awareness, again, is negative. It's not even zero. It's negative. But let's continue.
Patreon donations to continue making money off anger and to.
We didn't. Here's the thing: when we released Sexy Callie, the goal was not to make more Patreon money, but hey, you guys you guys managed to do that. I mean, I'm not complaining. I didn't think. When I put a Sexy Cali out after Abdullah did his blasphemy and I wanted to follow, it was for the sake of consistency, because I noticed that, hey, we're blaspheming against Islam, we're desecrating the Quran, and a whole bunch of Hindutva people are cheering us on, and I just wanted to be consistent, and I was like, hey, for the sake of consistency. In fact, I thought we're gonna lose patrons. I did that thinking we're gonna lose patrons because I thought we have probably a whole bunch of Hindutva patrons. And I was like, you know what? This is gonna lose us support because a lot of people are coming to Atheist Republic to get their daily dose of Islam bashing. I was like, these Hindus are like, oh, give it to me, Armin, give it to me, my anti-Islam. Come on, I need it. Come on, Armin. I'm like, there's a whole bunch of people that are just hooked to that, and probably a whole bunch of us are supporting us on Patreon. And I'm gonna lose patrons if I do this, but hey, I said we're gonna go after sacred cows, and I'm gonna go after sacred cows. We're gonna have to go for sacred cows, even if we lose patrons. And I did it. And guess what? If you guys didn't lose your fucking minds over it, we would have probably lost the patrons and not gained anything back. But because of you fucking idiots, we lost a couple of patrons and we gained a shit ton more. You guys brought us the patrons. I didn't do that. It was you. You did this. You did this. So thank you for that, by the way, because we recovered. You know, we almost doubled our patrons. So yeah, thank you so much. But let's continue.
To increase his own publicity, since that is his only goal.
Look at this picture that he's showing, by the way. Okay, you know why is he showing this picture?
Because it's offensive, supposedly, to the memory of the Holocaust.
Yeah. So here's the thing: he knew all these things about us when he was still a patron. None of these things that he thinks that is problematic made him stop being a patron. But now he's showing that as a way to be like, oh, look at these guys. Look at these guys. Look at how offensive they are, right?
I will say I've read his blog, and he talked about this photo like a long time.
I know, but he was still supporting us. The thing that made him stop being a patron was not this stuff, right? It was us stepping out of our lane, like not doing what we're supposed to do. Like the reason why he's pissed is because we're going after Hindus. But let's continue.
The only thing he and the other ex-Muslims are interested in are spreading hatred, nihilism, and then acting like...
Let me clarify about this picture, okay? So so for the people who are new here, why did this picture cause a lot of backlash, okay? So I posted this...
the answer.
Okay, you go.
So for those who don't know, this is a Holocaust memorial in Berlin that has a very abstract design, and Marwa, Walid, Armin, and Haris are here standing on top of these concrete pillars, and people took offense to this as if you were standing on top of the memory of the Holocaust. But even the artist who created this artwork itself says that these pillars are not supposed to represent graves in any way. People took it as offense as if you're standing on the graves of those who were genocided in the Holocaust. And we just nuked this video by dropping the big H. So,
can you please share this video, because we mentioned the Holocaust and YouTube doesn't like that. YouTube doesn't like that when we mention the Holocaust. So please share this, okay? So that this channel could grow. But okay, so I posted this and it got a shit ton of backlash. People are like, oh my God, you guys are being so insensitive. What?
So they accused you of anti-Semitism.
They accused me of anti-Semitism, blah, 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 blah. And it's funny, by the way, because I have a lot of videos. I went to Auschwitz and I recorded my experience there. And the only reason why it's not out there is because we don't have enough editors on Atheist Republic to be able to publish a lot of good content that I have for everybody, right? So that hopefully will, once we can afford another editor, that will be released as well. But okay, so I got a lot of backlash. A lot of people came after me, asked me to take this down. What did I do, Susanna? What did I do?
You double down.
Did I
You
take it down?
doubled down
Right.
because you double down. So as you can see, the picture, the next tweet below is the picture stays. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Get over it.
Yeah, I said the picture stays. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Get over it. When it comes to the Holocaust, guys, do you know why we remember the Holocaust? We remember the Holocaust to learn from history, to try to avoid it happening again.
Hmm?
That's what we try to do. And a country, for example, like Israel and many other countries who really want us to remember the Holocaust, which they should, and we should remember the Holocaust. They are the same countries, like a country like Israel, for example, who has funded a lot of Holocaust memorials all across the world. This is a country that has not yet officially come out, has not officially declared the Armenian genocide a genocide, has not officially recognized the Armenian genocide. And more importantly, because that was in the past, but more importantly, what's happening right now, a country like Israel is not pushing back against a country like China, which has brought us to the closest thing that in my lifetime we have come to what the, can we just say it? I'm just going to say it. The Nazis did during World War II, right? We have concentration camps again. We have concentration camps again.
The most
right?
sophisticated we have ever seen.
The most sophisticated we have ever seen. And these fucking morons are worried about me standing of concrete blocks over a repeat of history that these blocks are supposed to fucking represent. This is how you turn concrete blocks into sacred cows. When I said I'm coming after every sacred cow, did I fucking stutter? Did I stutter? Did I stutter?
Get them, King!
Every sacred cow, you motherfuckers, including your concrete fucking blocks who are not people, who are not being harmed. This picture is not harming everybody. Every single one of you that is offended by this could go fuck yourself. And this is to all the people that think that Armin will insult Islam or now, but now, and Hinduism. Oh, okay, fine, Hinduism as well. But he wouldn't say anything about Holocaust. I said it, you motherfuckers. When was this? This was in 2019. Everybody, even my closest friends, were coming at Armin. Maybe this is a bit too far. Do you have to take this down? I said, fucking no, I'm not taking this down. Sue me. Sue me. Sue me, this picture stays. And to this day, this picture stays, okay? Because, again, every single sacred cow, every fucking single sacred cow, we're coming for it. If we haven't come for it yet, we will, okay? That's a promise. At Atheist Republic, we slaughter sacred cows. Anyways.
We missed a super chat.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah, from Trolls.
Oh, Torel. Okay, here. What is it?
Yeah, totally predictable. Oh, thank you for the 50 Danish krona. Totally predictable that guys with mommy issues get paranoid if a buddy suddenly says your mom is hot. Meanwhile, they like the MILF category. I mean, I don't know if you're referring to Jarn specifically. I don't think we can make that assumption, or if you're just making a joke. But yeah.
No, it's a joke. It's a joke. Don't take it seriously. But thank you so much for the super chat. It's a funny joke. Yeah.
Okay, let's continue because we're moving slowly.
Carry no responsibility for their own activities.
Carry no responsibility for their own activities. Susanna, did we not have a video just recently saying that we made a big mistake, that we fucked up, and this is how we fucked up? Oh, okay. Oh, it's almost as if he's full of shit, huh? It's almost as if Jaren Love is full of shit because Joe, whatever. Yeah, he's full of shit. We just publicly just made a video explaining in detail on Atheist Republic that we fucked up recently and how we fucked up and how we can do better. So again, Jaren Jove, you are full of shit. I mean, it's obvious though. Very good.
In their worldview, they are never wrong.
In their worldview, they are never wrong.
That is so patently false, especially
That
when
is-
you're reading yourself.
Yeah. I mean, how many times I make a claim and I follow up by, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. How,
Or
like,
you
is that
change your mind live on air?
What?
Or you change your mind on
Live
subjects
on-
all the time, literally live on air. Or
yeah,
I personally had conversations with you where you've changed your mind and been like,
yeah,
oh,
the people in the live chat have managed to change my mind on some things live on air with you guys. But I think a lot of people are so tired of me telling them like I might be wrong. Like, hey, this is my opinion, but I could be wrong. I hope you could correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I have said that so many times that people puke now every time they hear me saying that. People are like, yes, Armin, you could be wrong. Shut the fuck up. We know, yes, everybody could be wrong. And I have said that more than most people. And this guy, that's what he says about me. Like, oh, they could never be wrong. Like, is this like this guy lives in La La Land? Like, I don't know what this is based on.
Armin, we need to keep going through the video.
Okay.
You can never criticize them. And if you do, then you're automatically assumed to be a bigot.
Self-projection! Oh my god! This guy calls us a bigot because we disagree with him, and we never... Oh my god! Susanna, on secular jihadists, I said you are wrong, but you're not... I told him. This video comes... Guys, go listen to the secular jihadist episode, right? He called me a bigot, and in response to him calling me a bigot, I told him that I think you, Jaren Jove, I think you are wrong, but I wouldn't say you're a bigot. I said that on air to him, and he knows that I said that to him, and he called me a bigot because he disagrees with me, and he says that we call people bigots for disagreeing with us. Guys, that is there. That is on record. That is my interview with this motherfucker. Openly telling people that even though you're a fucking moron, you're not a bigot. And he said, like, yeah, everybody who disagrees with these people are a bigot.
Well,
I mean, he makes it so easy. Like, I mean, this guy, like, how could he even be taken seriously by anybody? But go on.
His standard for bigotry is incredibly low.
And then, yeah, he just passes on. You're a bigot. You're a bigot. Everyone who disagrees with me is a bigot. And he does that to people. And now he says that we do that. Oh my God, let's continue.
Because apparently only bigots can disagree with them.
Oh,
And they can label you as an idiot. They can label you as a jihadist.
Yeah, you know why we can label you as an idiot? Susanna, can you guess? Why can we label? Why do you think we are able to label him as an idiot?
Because he makes no sense.
Because you are an idiot! You are a moron! Like, I spent 2 minutes. Like, this is like a record moronic takes under 2 minutes. Like, come on. Most of the Muslims that I have to deal with don't break records like this. I mean, congratulations, I guess, but go on.
Thus morally equating you to terrorists who kill innocent people.
We don't do that. We clearly say that they are worse. We clearly say many times, like, look at my discussion with Ali that happened before this. Look at my discussion with everybody that, yes, when it comes to terrorism, when it comes to this threat to your lives, offline terrorism, like all of that, Muslims are number one. Islam is number one by a wide margin. I always make it clear that they are way ahead of Hinduism by a wide margin. Maybe do something. This guy doesn't check things, or he's just dishonest. I think he's just dishonest. Maybe he didn't expect us to actually come.
We haven't even gotten to the real meat.
They can accuse you of having mental problems just for disagreeing with them. And trust me, they attempt to do this in private as some sort of attempt at gaslighting.
Not private, publicly. Here, publicly. I don't do it in private. Here's public announcement. You're a fucking moron.
And it is
worst.
They can shout you down in their video debates and call you any number of accusations while presenting themselves as enlightened, presenting their arguments as never wrong, and
never wrong again. Never did that.
Presenting themselves essentially as an aggrieved minority group of enlightened heroes.
Nope.
Fighting.
I've said many times that I'm not a hero, that for everything I do, is done by other activists that are not getting any recognition in Iran, in Saudi Arabia, in Bangladesh, Indonesia, Malaysia, Egypt, Tunisia, that they are on the front lines. I'm doing the easy work. They're doing the hard work. They're the heroes. I'm not courageous. They're the courageous. Many times I've said that.
Against evil. Because apparently everyone who disagrees with them has hatred or is a bigot.
This video in Wikipedia, under the section that they dedicate to strawman, like I think they should just have a link to this video. Like, no explanation is required. Just watch this video.
Some sort of nefarious intention against them. Ex-Muslims claim to be
open. Or they should just put a picture of Jaren Joe. Actually, no, never mind. They shouldn't do that. Yeah, but yeah, maybe they should just be like strawman. The king of all strawman, Jaren Joe.
To challenging their views, but they never actually change any views of theirs and simply proclaim everyone else's.
Okay, here's the thing. Let me tell you how. Let me give you proof right now that he's how wrong it is. Change. Not only I changed my view. I'm actually so proud of changing my view that I tried to keep a list of things that I changed my view on. Wait, change my mind. Where is this?
You keep playing the video while you look for that.
Okay.
Wrong, or a bigot, or an idiot.
Okay.
If you disagree with them,
look. This is my note. Mind change, things that I say, important things that I changed my mind on. Like, I keep a list because I'm proud of it. I'm proud of reconsidering things and changing my opinion. Okay.
You are simply regarded as wrong or stupid, and then they try to shout you down until you accept that you are either wrong or stupid compared to them, instead of challenging the criticisms that are given to them.
Oh, well, we're disproving you right now. And you could go watch my interviews with him to see if that's correct or not. Marco, you got a super chat, Susanna.
That from Marco, €5. Thank you, Marco. There seems to be a niche for having adult conversations online. Use it, Atheist Republic. Make us wiser, make yourselves richer. Win-win.
Every time we get richer, we spend it on growing Atheist Republic. So we're not getting that rich. We're not getting that rich. But anyway.
Also, these aren't adult conversations.
Yeah, we will have adult conversations. Yeah.
I know this firsthand from attempting to have discussions with them, which proved fruitless and were never.
You know why, Susanna? Why do you think it was fruitless?
Because he's inconsistent. Doesn't make sense.
Because his points were moronic. Because everybody listening to him was like, who the fuck is this guy? Why did you even have him on? Even Hindutva people were telling us, can you bring somebody else that makes more sense? Because this guy's embarrassing us. They're like, oh, it was fruitless. My attempts were fruitless. Well, maybe you should have made better points.
Civilized. The only conclusion that I've drawn from my personal experience with them is that Hindus and ex-Muslims.
You remember how he said, oh, they only have anecdotal evidence and no statistics? So he's like now generalizing ex-Muslim based on his personal experiences. So, it's been only under 4 minutes and he's already being a hypocrite. He in one video.
Whether theist or atheist will always have irreconcilable differences of opinion.
Wow. Generalizing ex-Muslims all as a whole. All ex-Muslims. Like he's like, based on my personal experiences, let me come up with a general point about all ex-Muslims. Exactly what he called us out for at the beginning of this video.
And I doubt that's going to change anytime in the near future. Nevertheless, these current circumstances are good insofar as they show ex-Muslims for what they truly are. An unhinged hate group full of mental problems have clearly been lying about the rest of their lives from Islamists this entire time.
Didn't he? Why is he doing exactly the things that he's accusing us of? He said like, oh, they don't actually address your arguments. They just call us mentally challenged instead of addressing your arguments. And we don't do that. We actually go through his arguments one by one and respond to him. And yet he's doing exactly what he accused us of doing. Like, this guy is like, again, under 4 minutes, he's like he's being a hypocrite against his own standards in under 4 minutes. Like, this guy is like a champion of all logical fallacies. And oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
In truth, they were never in any danger and lied about it to get Patreon donation.
We didn't say we're in danger. We clearly said I'm not in danger. I have repeated many, many times that I'm in no fucking danger. And we didn't lie to any of our patrons. Our patrons know exactly why they're patrons, and they know they are getting exactly what we promised them they get every time they become a patron. All our patrons know exactly why they're becoming patron. There's no miscommunication here. There's a moron here that didn't understand you when maybe it's because you didn't understand that when we said we're going after all religions, you didn't believe us, and you didn't get what you were expecting because we went after your religion all of a sudden. And I know you consider yourself an atheist, but come on.
While it may be an issue on the fringes in the Islamic world, they've provided no
Hey, Marco, you will be lucky for Susanna to read your... Susanna has a much more beautiful voice than I would ever have. So
Thank you.
evidence to support.
Hey, no simping for Susanna. Simp for Armin. Did I just simp for Susanna live on air? No. I take that back. No. Okay, I will read your super chats from now, Marco. Erase that from memory. Erase that from your memory. Everybody, erase that from your memory.
That it is anything but odd anecdotal events that get excessive media attention precisely because they're so out of the norm, and thus they give a misapprehension that it is more normalized in the Islamic world as a problem.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? First of all, even if it didn't happen, even if the Islamic world was not as bad as he thinks it is, we would be against all of this bullshit, even if it was just sitting under laws, even if it wasn't being enforced, right? So, for example, in the United States, there are some outdated laws that are anti-secular that are not being enforced, but we think it's a disgrace to even have them written there, that we want to go after that. But so that's our standard. Like, even if it was just sitting on the laws there, which it is, at least in 13 countries, it's punishable by death as sitting there. Even if it was not being enforced, we will still be like, this is fucking bullshit. This needs to be removed. But it does get enforced. How many blasphemy cases was made in Pakistan in the past month? Do you remember?
Well, when we covered it about 2 weeks ago, it was 42 within the previous 30 days, and it is
30 days
since then.
We had how many? 42, you said?
42.
42 blasphemy cases in less than 30 days in Pakistan. In Iran, between 4,000 to 6,000 people have been hanged for the crime of being gay. I mean, 4,000 to 6,000 people, I guess it's bad.
It's likely more, because that was since the beginning of the regime. Right.
So, in Iran, we have Sohail Arabi for the crime of insulting Prophet Muhammad, who's being tortured in jail. His mom is now arrested for trying to defend him. We had this teacher in Iran who was executed simply for saying that he doesn't believe one of the stories in the Quran. That happened. I guess it's because he wants more bodies, Susanna. I think it's like, when it comes to anti-Islam people, for example, in Iran, I mean, in Saudi Arabia, it's more, right? In Saudi Arabia, we still have people in prison still for saying things that were not Islamic. But I guess he's like, the body count is not just there yet for him. For instance, he wants to see like a couple of 100, 200 ex-Muslims be executed. Then they were like, okay, now we can talk. Now it's an issue. But now your numbers is in the low tens being executed. I guess it's not that big of a deal right now. Not worth my attention.
It's only the actions. It's exaggerated numbers that are only the actions of extremists. which is so demonstrably false.
We have not, by the way, we have been very clear exactly with what the threat is and what the threat is not, and when the threat has been exaggerated, we always clarify that. We always clarify that. We never tell you like, oh, this many, like we never misrepresent the numbers to you guys, right? Unless we are misinformed and then we come up with a correction, right? But we are very good at making sure that if somebody exaggerates the threat, we clarify that it's actually not. It's still a problem. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be fought against. But it's not. But these people are exaggerating. We are very good at that.
Hindu historian. That's not the origin of the word simp.
No,
we can't talk about that right now.
Okay.
Some may think this is too much of a leap in logic, but I'd like to ask you all to think over a few questions that have led me to this conclusion. Please just think about these, because
Make
they
a
bother
point
me
first.
so much when I look at their attitude.
Look at this.
When I look
Hold
at
on.
these, because they bother me so much.
Oof.
When I look at their attitude.
This guy just sits there in rage. He just burns in his own butt hurt. It's so bad. He just sits there.
Armin, continue with the video.
It's just so. I mean, I hope he gets some help, man.
And the claim they make about what it's like to be an ex-Muslim. First,
show us some of them at least so we could address them. I mean, if there's somebody exaggerating, I will call them out. But he's not showing us the exaggerations that he's talking about.
He's saying even relating like the term Hindu jihadi is an exaggeration.
He's fucking moron. Hindu jihadi. That doesn't mean that. Okay, here's the thing. Let's read this, for example. Hindu jihadis are still out in force. True statement. If you remove his name, you would think it's coming from a Muslim, but no, it's a Hindu jihadi threatening to kill over his feelings. So let's see the tweet. Rahul is a Hindu jihadi. Rahul is saying, "Where do you live?" Oh, this was a reply to me. So this is one of the many death threats that I got. Okay, and Harry Sultan. By the way, thank you so much, Harry Sultan, for all the support that you're giving us and showing. Look at this. He's like bringing attention to this. Guys, can you guys make sure that you're subscribed to Harry Sultan, please? Like he's so great. He's so.
Or become
great,
a patron. I'm a patron.
Yeah,
join the gang.
Yes. Susanna, I should be a patron. Remind me to be a patron.
Horus's House of Sin. Okay, join the Sultanate.
But again, so Harry Sultan is highlighting this tweet is saying, telling me, where do you live? Give me your address. I want to meet you once after that. I will show you the real pic of Ma Kelly, and I will also show you position where you should be. Okay, so this is a threat. And Harry Sultan is highlighting it. And look, he's saying this is a threat. This is a threat that is being made against Armin. Where's the exaggeration? Did he say, okay, here's how this tweet would look like if it was an exaggeration, okay? And I would accept it as an exaggeration and I would be like, Harris, it's not that bad, okay? If Harris said that, oh, the level of threat to Armin's life is the same as what it would be if Muslims were threatening him right now. He did not say that. Putting the word jihadi next to Hindu doesn't mean that the level of threat against me is the same fucking shit. It's not. You're just imagining arguments that are not there, and you're fighting strawmans. Hence the term strawman fallacy, right? Because you're making, instead of arguing against positions that these people have, you're making a strawman and you're just fighting it against an imaginary argument. I mean, I guess this is why these people just clap them, like they make like easier arguments because they cannot defeat these arguments, they make easier arguments and they win against them and they clap, hey, oh my God, I'm so smart. But anyway, let's continue.
Would any rational human being who is actually in danger of being killed by Islamic extremists and morally equate being victims of targeted assassinations or penalties of death or honor killings?
We never said that. We never said that we are at the risk of any of those things. You fucking moron.
Or some of the people I know have actually already survived attempted honor killings. So
yeah.
Twitter comments. Just think about that, because that is what they've done with this Kalima controversy.
What? You know what's happening? You know what happened, Susanna? They are so embarrassed. This whole Cali, sexy, he says Kalima. It's not Kalima. It's sexy Cali. Get it right. It's not Kalima. It's sexy Cali. Sexy Cali. Hashtag Sexy Cali. Okay, so they are like they have been exposed of how big of an issue the tolerance level and how vile and how disgusting their mobs are. They have been exposed to the world, and they are so embarrassed and devastated, and they want to pretend that it's the other way around. They want to pretend that we are the ones that have been exposed, because that's the only way that they could deal with years and years of worth of them trying to do their PR and do their marketing to whitewash Hinduism, to whitewash Hindutva, right? All in a matter of 3 days, decades worth of work to the Western world, poof, went away. And they are so butthurt over that they want to pretend that did not happen. This is what I think is happening.
Why would they equate Twitter comments to that?
We didn't, you fucking moron. We didn't.
If this issue is so serious, how could any rational person equate?
Wait, look at the tweet he's actually showing. Harris Sultan's tweet says, "Get ready for your morphed pornographic photos. Radical Muslims do real jihad. Radical Hindus do Photoshop jihad."
Oh my God!
That is explicitly drawing the distinction between the two. That is explicitly not drawing an equivalence of the threat of in real life violence. I have even corrected people. When they said that you can't go to India because the Hindus will come after you. I said, no, he can't go to India because the Muslims there will go after you.
Look at this. He's highlighting the exact opposite. I'm so glad you noticed, Susanna. Holy shit. He's highlighting the exact opposite of what he's saying. The exact opposite of what he's saying. Look at this. He's like, radical Muslims do real jihad. Hindus do Photoshop jihad. He's telling you that is different. Holy fuck. I mean, did he notice what he's highlighting while he's saying that? Holy fucking shit. These people keep shooting themselves in the foot. Every fucking step that they take is an argument against everything they stand for. We don't have to do anything. We just have to let them expose it. They keep exposing themselves. They have done so much into exposing themselves again. When I tell you that these idiots do 99% of our work for us, I'm not kidding you. This they do better than Muslims. They do more than Muslims, okay? Because Muslims are not so embarrassingly anti-Islam. These fucking morons give us everything that is anti-Hindutva for us. They'll just do it for us. Oh my God.
You get this worked up.
I'm getting secondhand embarrassment for these people. I'm embarrassed for them. I'm feeling like I'm supposed to be embarrassed just for showing this to you guys. Maybe, Morton is saying maybe he's secretly with us. He's doing Sharia. That could be the only explanation. That is the only explanation, because nobody can be this stupid. But I want to continue.
That they've claimed to have struggled and suffered against to Twitter comments. It makes no logical sense to me for any rational human being.
By the way, these tweets by Harris Sultan, they're so good. Like each one of every one of them that I read, Harris Sultan gets right to the point. He's like, but anyways, and his comebacks are golden, guys. Actually, go follow Harris Sultan on Twitter as well if you want to see some real comebacks against these fucking idiots. We got a super chat. Marco, I'm gonna let Susanna read it. Okay, Susanna.
Just to spite Marco.
No, thank you for the super chat, though.
Should I actually read it?
Yes, read it.
Marco, thank you for the €5. You get these replies only from the obnoxious, insecure, and self-deprecating guys. Susanna, let Armin read this, please.
Fine. Okay, I'll read it as well. Okay. You get these replies only from the obnoxious, insecure, and self-deprecating guys. Susanna, let Armin read this, please. Why? My voice... do I not sound like the Kermit the Frog?
No.
Why is... I think I do. So I don't know why people are like, my voice is fucking annoying. That's why Susanna is here. That's the only reason why Susanna is here. She has no other use other than the fact that she has a sexy voice. That's the only reason why she's
Oh,
here.
my voice is sexy?
Yeah. But that's the only good quality about you. There's literally nothing else.
The simping jumped out.
No, I'm saying fuck. Shit. Damn it. No.
Continue.
To do that,
Being defeated.
it doesn't make any sense. 2, if they weren't lying about the danger to scam
He
people
keeps repeating the same point. Like, make a new point so we could respond to something else.
out of money, why wouldn't they focus their efforts exclusively on helping to support the human rights of fellow ex-Muslims who are presumably in danger in the Islamic world?
Have we not done that, Susanna?
Mm-hmm.
We have not done that, have we?
And there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that we cannot even talk about publicly.
But just as, actually, we are at 6:33. Let me show you the screen share that he was showing before. Okay. We apparently we do not care about human rights. Okay, look at this. Even in the past few days, the screen that he's showing, right? Like, oh, look at this one is about human rights. Look, and
the Nigerian blasphemy one, there's not.
Yeah. Oh, look at this one. This one is black. This one and this one. 3 in the past week. We had 3 human rights related content in just the last week. I mean, and guys, this is like not the Patreon exclusive. And every single time that we spend time on human rights related stuff, it's a non-Patreon charged content. Like we are doing, again, these people want us to basically like, hey, we know you're spending your hours and time and creating content and bringing information to us that we are asking you to bring. But why are you not doing all of that for free? Why don't you just, you want food, you want to pay for food? Eat dirt. How about that? You want to live? You want to have a roof over your head? Why? You could do all of this in the fucking street, right? No. Yes, bring attention to all of this stuff, but do it for free because your hours are just like people just have extra hours just lying around for not just like your time is not worth anything. Why are you why are you asking for support? And why? Here's the thing though. We do all of this human rights stuff for those. We never make that conditional on patronage support. We do not make those conditional patronage support. The content that is behind the paywall for our content creators are the stuff that is not, if it's something needs attention when it comes to human rights, that is always publicly available. We always make that time of ours is always available for free. And in fact, we lose money. Okay, when I went to the Sohail Arabi protest, when I did that to try to save Sohail Arabi, we pay out of pocket to do for the traveling costs, for the food costs, for the transportation costs. Never did I ask anybody for that cost to be. God damn it! Like they say, like you're doing this for money, dude. I used to be fucking rich, you fucking moron. I sold my house to be able to get Atheist Republic going. I sold my fucking car. I left my career in the finance industry to be able to focus full time. I used to have $500,000 fucking dollars in my account sitting cash. I spent all of that on paying our crew to keep Atheist Republic going. I was hoping at some point I don't have to keep paying out of pocket, so we get enough support. And I kept paying and paying and paying until I had nothing left. And I thought and we had to let our editors go. We had to let our social media people go because I couldn't pay them anymore because I was paying them all out of pocket. I had to keep, and then I was like, okay, we have to let this go. We have to let this go. Our Atheist Republic voicemails got stopped. Our support for people, like we had because the people who we had on staff that were supporting people psychologically when they were being abused by other people, we had to stop that. We had a support group that we had to stop that. And I was like, okay, how much more out of pocket I can pay until we keep cutting more things out of Atheist Republic. And you know why? Now all of a sudden I feel like, oh my God, for the first time, now we are at the situation that it seems like I could keep Atheist Republic going without paying out of pocket, because I have nothing left. I have all my savings, the house that I owned, the car that I owned, everything I owned, I gave away so I could fund Atheist Republic. You fucking piece of shit. You think I'm doing this for money? Fucking piece of shit. These fucking pieces of assholes. And now thank you, because for the first time I think we could keep Atheist Republic going because of you fucking morons. Okay, so actually thank you for all of this butthurt, and thank you to Hindu Historian for the $1 Canadian, right? But guys, we used to have at Atheist Republic, we used to have a lot more services. We're gonna bring that back. We're gonna bring back, like, we have so many voicemails from our mission at Atheist Republic was mostly to give a louder voice. Like, we don't even say to people that we do like human rights related stuff, but we haven't figured out a formula that works. The main mission that we tell people that we have is to give atheists around the world a louder voice. And number one way we did that was with Atheist Republic voicemails. And we have a lot of voicemails in our backlog that we haven't released yet because we had to let one of our main people go. She was like so good and she did so much work and she had so much time, but we couldn't afford her anymore and we had to let her go. But now I think we could get back to releasing, because again, guys, look forward to that. The Atheist Republic voicemails are coming back, okay? Because of our patronage money and everything that you guys, because of the new patrons that we're getting, Atheist Republic voicemail is coming back. And I'm hoping, but the whole support group that we had for people in Islamic countries, that shit is really expensive. So I don't know when we can bring that back, but the voicemail is going to come back for sure, okay? But thank you so much, Hindu Historian. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. And Ikram saying, Armin, someday I will work for you voluntarily. Oh, thank you, Ikram. I appreciate that. But no pressure, please. No pressure. I know you're going, life is tough. Anyways.
Is there anything else we wanted to cover in that video?
Yes, yeah, of course.
Okay, we're at 6 minutes, 30 seconds in. Yeah.
Islamic world. One of the reasons I was hesitant to ever even criticize ex-Muslims, any ex-Muslim, was because they support the human rights protests of people like Sohail Arabi, who was apparently in danger. But now we're being told by these same ex-Muslims,
all right, so we had a super chat.
Oh, troll, thank you for the 50 Danish krona. Holy shit, Armin went nuclear like Durga turned into Kali. Super Saiyan. Now I feel ashamed that I picked the lowest Patreon level.
No.
Today. Don't feel ashamed.
No, guys.
No. But we appreciate the support. And David Solomon gave us $5. Special shout out to David. Now that I actually know who he is, I can let everyone know that he has long been the 5-star general of my simp army. From day one, under a different name. I wish I was a billionaire. Then we could do so much. Hey, it's okay, but I appreciate the support that you do offer, even if it's just sharing this video, even if it's just liking.
No pressure, guys. Please do not support us. Please do not support us financially if you're struggling financially. Again, we don't want your money if you're struggling financially. Do not let go of 1 cent if you're struggling financially. It's insane. It's insanity if you support us financially when you're struggling yourself, okay? Please do not do that. Again, support yourself first. But thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Uniformly, with perhaps the exception of apostate prophet, because he actually has a conscience.
Actually, that's not true. Apostate prophet, he does have a conscience, but he actually came out against your fucking bullshit too. The apostate prophet, your beloved, you thought you have him. No, you don't. No, you don't. He can't call that your Hindutva bullshit as well. I'm so sorry. You lost him as well. I know that he's a favorite of these Hindutva people, so they're trying to pretend like that didn't happen, but he clearly came out against all of this fucking bullshit.
But we are being told by these other ex-Muslims, almost uniformly, that the death penalty Sohail Arabi was facing is now morally equivalent
Nope.
to angry Twitter comments.
Nobody that I know of has said that, and nobody that you're showing has said that. I think they're just so triggered by the word jihadi right next to Hindu. I think that's what it is. I think they just don't like saying jihadi right next to Hindu.
That's the equivalence that I can.
Yeah, because we're not saying they're the same. It's funny because we actually put the word jihadi right next to our name. Our podcast is called Secular Jihadist, right? So if they think
I say I'm on a jihad against anti-Semitism and the Uyghur genocide. Yeah. I'm a jihadi against genocide.
Yeah, I'm a proud secular jihadi. Like, so I think they're just, these bigots are so, they are just so triggered by anything that isn't remotely Islamic right next to their name that they just lose their mind when they see something like that. So I think but we got another super chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you, trolls. You're saying, by the way, my super chat about paranoid guys with issues was in context of the Pornhub stats. Yeah, no, I understood that. I'm just being dumb. Hindutva attacks on mothers plus absurd personal attacks. Dead giveaway.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's continue.
Because that is essentially
guys. If stop giving us super chats so we could go through this video. 20 euros. Jesus
for
Christ.
20 euros, Marco, you get to be my sugar daddy for the day.
Wait, he doesn't want you, Susanna. He wants
you.
Okay?
For this.
Move aside, Susanna. Mark is saying you're fighting the most important battle for all of us. Oh no, come on, that's an exaggeration. I wish I could do much more. You're like a younger and smarter brother I never had. Okay, that might be true, but the first part, love you, bro. Yeah, thank you so much. No, come on, don't exaggerate. We're not that important. But thank you, I appreciate that, Marco. All right, let's continue.
Claiming when they say Hindu jihadists.
No, that doesn't mean what you think it means. Actually, you know why we call you Hindu jihadists? Susanna, do you know why we call them Hindu jihadists?
Because they get so triggered over their hurt feelings.
Because they're so triggered when they call them Hindu jihadists. That's why. Because your delicious salty tears whenever we say Hindu jihadists is why we call you Hindu jihadists. Not because you're the same as the Islamic jihadists. No. Because you're butthurt over it. And that's why you, Jaren, you are a Hindu jihadist. But let's continue.
When they say Hindu jihadists, that terrorism, targeted assassinations.
My God, he keeps repeating the same fucking point. Make this video.
Just continue.
Murderous beheadings for being the wrong religion. And so much that they've claimed they have been suffering from is morally equivalent to angry
oh my God,
Twitter
again, the same
rage.
fucking point.
So why should the pleas of these ex-Muslims being in danger be seen as anything other than a lie?
If this was like a live stream, I wouldn't mind it being so repetitive, but this is like a video that you edited that you put out there, and you still decided that, yeah, I made this point 5 times and I'm going to keep them all there.
And by the way, the sentence was commuted back in 2015. So evidently there was no danger of him being killed by the Iranian government.
Did you hear that, Susanna?
Yes.
Did we not say that? Did we not say that Sohail Arabi was on death row and then he wasn't on death row?
But he's still imprisoned and being tortured.
Did we not clarify when we started the protest in front of Iran's embassy for sake of Sohail Arabi? Did we lie about that? Did we say that, oh, he's on death row again? And we say no, he was on death row, he got off death row, he went on death row again, and he's now off death row. But the specific protest that we had was right after they crushed his balls, literally, and he didn't even get a hospital bed after they did that. They tortured the man. Apparently, that is not that important to Jen. Like, oh, he was not on death row, so what's the big issue? Oh, he's being tortured, but he's not on death row. He's not in. Just because he's in prison for insulting Prophet Muhammad and he's being tortured, and his mother and his wife is being targeted by the government and harassed by the government, and now his mother is in prison as well just because he was trying to free his own son. Just because of all of that, you guys are protesting to get him free? Did you? I was under the assumption that he was on death row, even though you guys clearly said that he's not, and you made it very clear. But now I'm claiming, because I'm a fucking moron, or just I'm a dishonest liar, that I'm claiming that you guys lied to everybody, but that you clearly didn't. Go, guys, go watch our videos about Sahel Arabi. We went through his history and everything in great detail. We specifically said that he was on death row and he's not on death row anymore, but that he could also go back on being on death row. That's what we said.
He has suffered permanent blunt force trauma to his testes because of torture.
But that's not an issue apparently for Jaren, because he's not on death row. He's just being tortured for insulting the Prophet. Yeah, and also Soha, yes, thank you for the reminder. Fuck Muhammad, fuck Allah, fuck Islam, and fuck the Quran as well. Guys, blaspheme as much as you can if you have the freedom to do it, because other people can't, and we need to normalize it.
So true.
Yeah. And Armin Navabi exaggerated his case on Patreon to make money.
No, show me the exaggeration. You're showing tweets that is not real. Show me the fucking exaggeration. If any of these points were true, Susanna, how likely it is that if I had actually on Patreon or somewhere else exaggerated this claim, and he had that as an example, and he wasn't going to show it here? Like, if that existed, wouldn't he be showing that to us right now here?
The gotcha. You come full force with the
gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, his point would have been so strong. It'd be like, oh, look, here's him exaggerating this point. Why is he not showing us that? Maybe because it doesn't fucking exist. But let's continue.
Money off of Sohail Arabi's suffering.
We didn't make money off of Sohail Arabi's suffering. We lost money. We would make more money if we stayed off of these human rights issues that people don't care about. For example, Susanna, do you think the videos that we make about human rights violations in China, do they get more views compared to
I can already tell you now.
Yeah, if we talk about Sohail Arabi, like when I go spend my time trying to do a protest in these embassies and do videos, our human rights videos don't get that much attention. If every single time that I was spending on those videos or on the protests or on actually getting like, we interviewed Sohail Arabi's mother, who doesn't speak English, and we had our team subtitle that in English without having a budget. This is not money that we have, right? We had to get people volunteer this, and that video, after so much effort, we got Sohail Arabi's mother, we interviewed her, she was speaking in English, we had hours of people spending time getting the English translation to that, subtitle that, and that video didn't get nearly as much attention as the other videos we do. But we still spend time on that. Every single minute that we spend on those videos is hours that we are not spending on videos that we know would get more views. We know would get more views and help our channel grow faster. But the whole point of these other videos that we make that is more interesting is because we get the viewers, we get enough subscribers, so that at least more people see those other videos that we make. Because it will definitely be in our interest if we stop shouting about China's human rights violations against Muslims and keep just doing anti-Islam bashing. If we dedicate more time doing anti-Islam bashing and stop talking about China's human rights abuses, our channel will grow faster. But the only reason why we want this channel to grow faster is so that when we talk about China or Yemen or Sohail Arabi, there is at least a portion of you that pays attention. It's the candy that we have here so that we can feed you so at least some of you eat the fucking vegetables. But yeah, if we only wanted to grow, we would never even spend any time on them. Nobody wants those. This channel will grow much faster if we didn't waste time with those. You're like, oh, do you want to get more patrons like that? And nobody becomes, not that many people become patrons because of that. Oh wow, we got a super sticker. Now,
Oh, I want to see what it is on the live chat. Wait.
We got a 20.
Oh, it's a
20
smiley face.
It's a 20 rupee super chat with a smiley face. Yay! Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the super sticker. My heart gets just warm when I get when we get any form of support, just verbal support or any other kind of supports from India, because I want to highlight them because because a lot of people are now like, I want to make sure that we avoid the overcorrection. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, right?
From his hunger strike. Finally, third, what is even the point of supporting ex-Muslim groups who make these social media campaigns in places like Twitter? And what impact do they really have statistically? Because according to Pew Research, only 10% of US Twitter users are responsible for 80% of the content that you see on Twitter.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing we're not just on Twitter then, eh? I mean, it's a good thing that we're almost everywhere. We're online, offline, underground.
We have the largest private atheist Facebook group in the world and the largest public atheist page in the world as well.
It's a good thing that we have the largest offline community of atheists in the world as well. It's a good thing that we have consulates in every major city, that people actually get atheists to find each other and support each other and meet each other face to face. I guess that's why some people should support us. Hey, I guess Jared is making the case why Atheist Republic should be supported over maybe other people, because we don't just do online activism, we do offline activism, and we're not just on Twitter, we're fucking everywhere. Hey, look behind you. Look behind you right now. We're over there. We're behind you right now. We're everywhere.
It's large enough to confuse people into a false consensus effect in thinking they're making a difference. And it's just small enough to be a completely wasted effort of time and resources, because the impact is almost zilch.
Think about the impact that we have made, Susanna, with the very few amount of resources that we have. Okay, I will say our impact has been
just
small.
One example.
Go on.
Just one example of the impact we've made with the small resources we have is we got atheism trending for the first time in the world's second most populous country on accident.
Right. We weren't even trying. We got atheism mentioned in United Nations Human Rights Council for the first time, right? They defended atheism as an oppressed group of people for the it's not the Security Council for the first time. We have now, I think, 3 governments after us. I think we're like adding, like, the politicians for 3 governments are like chasing our members around the globe. So, and we have been, we have been creating, news, like we got atheism on the news many times, right? We got on the news on Israel. So if you think that this is just like online and Twitter and stuff like that, no, it's not. It actually showed up in the news many times as well. So for people that are not active, again, we had support groups on the ground, online, and again, we did all of this. And again, even though I want to brag about all of this, I will admit to you guys, it's not much, but it is a lot, given that we did all of this with less than 100 patrons.
Skeleton crew.
Like, we did all of this, right? We created the world's largest community of atheists, for more than 15 years with less than 100 patrons. So yeah, maybe we haven't done much, but look how much we've done with how little we have had. And think about how much we can do, Susanna, if we had more, right? So actually, I think you're right. I think Jaren is like a secret supporter of us, because because he's saying like, look, they have like, look how little they're doing. Yeah. Maybe if you support us, I mean, if we have done this with 100, but under 100, and now we're 170 all of a sudden after a week, we went from being under 100 for many years to all of a sudden being 170 over a week because of these guys. But imagine the things that we get to do. Like, imagine if we hit like 500 patrons one day, right? Imagine all the ideas that we have that we know that we can do to normalize atheism, to create acceptance of opposing ideas, right? So yeah, Jaron, you're right. All the things that we have done when it comes to normalizing atheism, when it comes to creating the world's largest community of atheists, both online and offline, when it comes to going head to head against Malaysia, Iran, and now India's government, when it comes to having to deal with security issues, not just me, but our members all around the world, when it comes to getting human rights group, bringing our case to the human rights, to the Security Council of the United Nations. When it comes to all of these achievements that we have made, all of this is nothing. You're right. It's very small. But we did all of that with almost nothing. We did all of that with almost nothing. So guys, maybe like if you want to see more, maybe help us out. Maybe become a patron and see where we could take this. Maybe let's see, let us show people like Jaron out there that what we can achieve with more patrons, given what our record has been with only under 100 ones, right? Oh, Terrell gives, hey, Susanna.
No, I want you to read this one.
Okay. Oh no, I feel bad now. Terrell is saying Patreon increased to $5. Roar, Persian lion roar. No, that's embarrassing.
I wanted to hear you say that because I know you hate when people talk about Persian shit.
Don't do that. Oh my god, we got 400 rupees from Moti. Guys, please stop it. Okay, guys, no more. Do not do super chats because we need to go through this video. But thank you so much. You guys are being too generous. A bit too generous. Maybe this is working too much. Okay, guys. If you guys give me super chat, I'll stop talking about what we're gonna do. Okay, Mohit is saying it's sad that this community is not as big as it should be. Love from India, especially because if this moron piece of shit, because of this.
Yes.
No. Because of this moron piece of shit. That's how I'm gonna read it. Armin is dope and Susanna is cute.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's the only reason why she's here.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm kidding. But guys, thank you so much. I'm hoping none of you is feeling pressure to support us, guys. Again, I have to repeat: do not support us if you're struggling. Okay, please. I'm not just saying that. I really mean it. Okay.
Okay, let's try to get through the rest of this video.
Why don't we even watch these videos when they're not actually helping?
Thank you, guys.
Get measurable results to gradually change anything for the better. It seems ex-Muslims, and I again omit Ridvan Idamir, the apostate prophet of this, because I have not seen the same level of sheer anti-Hindu bigotry.
Hey, look at this. This is actually a great tweet of mine.
Every time I see that tweet, I laugh.
Okay, let me tell you. A lot of people think that this is a clear example of anti-Hindu hate by me, okay? But let me tell you, this is the exact opposite, okay? So I tweeted this. I said, I wonder how many Hindus fapped to the Kali image I posted, okay? And a lot of people are like, oh my God, this is clearly like bad and stuff. But what the hell, what's wrong with you guys? I would like,
question.
No, I mean, if anybody fapped to the Kali image that I posted, here's what I have to say to that.
Oh boy.
You're welcome. I hope it was an enjoyable moment. Like the idea that I'm pretty sure. I mean, Susanna, come on. I'm pretty sure there's at least more than one person, more than one or two Hindus who fapped over.
I mean, I thought you were gonna say like I did too, so it's nothing to be ashamed.
No, I haven't. I might, but I haven't yet. Okay. I mean, but I won't blame anybody who did. I mean, it's a sexy picture, and if you did fap over Kali Ma, you're welcome. All right. Again, I hope it was pleasant. I mean, am I really being blamed for making people enjoy, like bringing joy to people's lives? I think these people just don't like fapping, like they just see everything as sex related as disgusting. That's what I don't know. I think that's what it is. You guys have to be sex positive, okay? If you fapped over the cartoon that I sent you, again, this is like I brought joy to India, right? I brought extra the level of joy. Here's the thing: if the level of joy was here before Sexy Cali, and then I posted Sexy Cali, and 100 Hindus watched it, and they fapped over it, their level of joy just in India just increased by this much. Just went from here to here,
Wait, wait,
and
wait,
that's
wait,
a,
wait.
and that's like a net positive effect. Like what the
We have a super chat from a
Oh my God.
celebrity here as
Yeah,
we're
the
talking about fapping.
Oh my God! Yes, the great Harris Sultan himself is here giving us what is the super chat? It's the super
It's a little pair who's
Oh, yeah.
working out
So you're
saying keep
working
it up.
Keep it up. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Harris Sultan.
Harris.
Wow, it's such an honor to have you here. Thank you.
Mhm.
So, I don't know if Harris Sultan was here when we were reviewing some of your tweets here, so I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah. Go
Scholar
watch the
saying
video.
sexy is good. Yeah, Hindu historian saying Armin is a utilitarian. Yes, and
That's true.
this and Hindus fapping over Cali increases the utility of India. Okay, and again, I do that for India free of charge. Free of charge. No patronage money required for me giving you fap material. Like, what is wrong with that? How is that bigotry? How is that bigotry? What the hell? This is Hinduphilia, not Hinduphobia. Me giving Hindus fap material is Hinduphilia. Okay? Jesus. All right. Are you okay? Let's continue.
I'm gonna be okay.
Well, anti-Hindu bigotry at all from Ridvan Aydemir, as I see from almost uniformly every other ex-Muslim activist on social media. But continuing on,
it's funny that his issue with us apparently is that we didn't do human rights. Okay, here's a hypocrisy here. Oh my God, we got another €2, £2 super chat. British Pakistani atheist, thank you so much. £2 super chat. Armin, thanks for all you have done. You are a hero. No, cut it out, guys. The heroes are the people that do exactly what I do in Pakistan and Bangladesh. I'm gonna say this every time. Every time somebody calls me a hero, or courageous, I'm going to say the heroes and the courageous people are the people who are doing this in Pakistan, in Saudi Arabia, in Iran, in Bangladesh, in Indonesia, in Malaysia, in Tunisia, and every other Islamic country. Oh, Nigeria. Let's make sure we always mention Nigeria. But thank you so much for the €2 super chat. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, he's saying he mentions apostate prophet, okay? As like, oh yes, you guys are horrible. Apostate prophet is great. Why are we horrible? Because we don't do human rights related stuff, which we do. And yet he celebrates apostate prophet, which I do celebrate apostate prophet, because not everybody has to focus on human rights related issues at every fucking time. In fact, the vast majority of patrons out there, the vast majority of Patreon accounts out there, do not do human rights related stuff. And then they get a lot of patrons because not every single one of your content creators has to focus on human rights related stuff. Do you think all the other Patreon accounts out there that are not doing have a whole ton of more supporters than we do, that their fans are giving them Patreon money, that they should stop giving them Patreon money because they're not doing human rights related stuff? That's fucking bullshit, right? The people that are giving us Patreon money because of the content that we make, they know exactly the kind of content that we make, and they want to support that. So you can go fuck yourself. But if you don't like us, just don't give us your Patreon money. You go somewhere else. But you're lying, because you knew what kind of content that we make. You know exactly what kind of content we make. Your only issue was not the lack of human right related stuff, which we have. Your issue is that we went after Hinduism. And here's your hypocrisy showing again. Because the apostate prophet doesn't do that much content on human rights related stuff, and he doesn't have to, because his activism is anti-Islam activism, which is great. We need apostate prophet to focus on that. But You like that because you don't want people who make. It's not that your issue with the apostate prophet is not that, because if you were consistent, you're like, hey, apostate prophet, where's your human rights related stuff? But you're not saying that because he's not doing anti-Hinduism related stuff. That's why you like him, and that's why you're a hypocrite, and that's why you're lying about what your issue with us is. Again, shout out to apostate prophet. I'm not dissing him. I think that we need channels that focus, like, for example, Harris Sultan does the best analysis on Pakistan-related issues. He does other stuff as well, but
and content in Urdu.
And content in Urdu, right? No, but I'm talking to English-speaking audience right now. If what they want to see, like, if you want to more focus on, there's other golden stuff there as well. But if you want somebody that knows more about details in Pakistan, then Harris Sultan is your guy. If you go to Harris Sultan, like, oh, Harris Sultan, look at Armin is talking about woke dogma more than you are. Why are you not talking about this? You don't think woke dogma is an issue? Why are you fuck you? The people who support Harris Sultan, they know exactly what they're getting. The people who are supporting apostate prophet, they know exactly what they're getting. And the people who are supporting Atheist Republic, they also know exactly what they're getting. We haven't been dishonest about anything that we're producing here. Hindu historian, you gave us 1.5 Canadians. What is the super sticker that we got with that? Oh, it's a nope. It's a nope. Thank you so much, Hindu historian, for the super chat. And Susanna, can you read this one?
Again from Trolls, thank you. Sorry for the extraneous super chat. However, because of the topic of fapping, I just gotta say, in true Hitchin style, I rest my case relating to #Indian mommy issues.
I mean, it's okay if you have mommy issues and if that led to you having a kink. I'm not judging. Like, if maybe these Hindu people, like,
don't kink shame. We're sex positive.
We're sex positive. Maybe some of these Hindus like to fap over Kalima specifically because they think she's her mom. Maybe that's like some weird. You guys do whatever kinks you have. We're really. I'm serious. We're not judgmental here. Okay. If you wanna. Yeah. Anyways, go.
Seems ex-Muslims, despite appearances of 20,000 to even 100,000 views, might just be shouting at the wind.
So, yeah, okay, guys, give us more views then. Yeah, you're right. We could do a lot more if we had more views. Guys, subscribe. That's why you have to fucking subscribe, because we need more views to be able to make bigger difference, okay? We need a bigger audience. Yeah, I agree with Jaren here.
If this behavior is having less impact than any of us realize and is just a form of confirmation bias and false consensus effect, how is this behavior helping the human rights of anyone? The majority of ex-Muslims seem to try to label anyone who disagrees with them as bigoted.
He's just repeating.
It's full of
That's
hate.
so funny, because that's exactly what he does.
But he guilts people into supporting them by presenting themselves as like an endangered species, essentially.
Nope, the opposite of what we do. He keeps repeating himself. Okay, I'm going to respond to this. MJ is saying, Armin, don't defend AP, apostate prophet. Apostate prophet has absolutely zero knowledge on Israel-Palestine issue. Just look at his video on the issue. He literally blamed Muslims for the whole thing. Okay.
Can we address that another time, because we're already running really late and I have to go to work soon.
Okay. Apostate prophet is great.
It's in truth, they just want money to continue projecting bigotry to everyone.
Oh my God. Everyone.
And there was not as much danger as they claim. They seem to have exaggerated it for money.
Nope. We already addressed this. So
that is the only conclusion I can draw.
My God,
ethically,
get to the fucking point.
Morally,
make a new point.
Rationally, from what I have seen of the behavior of Armin Navabi and mostly every other ex-Muslim group, especially ex-Muslims of North America.
Oh, he hates them.
Uniformly supporting his behavior and antics. It doesn't make any
now
sense
I'm on top.
Rationally to do this if you are a human rights group. if the whole point is free speech, ex-Muslims have as much right for their Kali pictures, or their insults, for calling anyone an idiot or a jihadist. They have every right to do that in terms of the enlightenment value of free speech. And
Yay!
that enlightenment value of free speech and free expression and free inquiry
Mm-hmm. Oh my
also
God! Talk
means
faster.
I know it's driving you
all
crazy.
have the right to self-censor ourselves,
Yes.
to block their hatred of us, and to block their hateful messages.
Oh my God, Susanna, did you hear her his hot take? Like, he's saying, like, okay, fine, they have a right to do this, and guess what? Guess what? We have also the right to do. Guess what? Here's a revelation from him. This is his genius mind. We also have the right to block them. Oh my God! What a major! I did not consider that. Oh my God! Hey guys, hey Hindustan, did you consider you also have the right to block us? Oh my God! Who's saying that you don't? What the fuck is this a response to? Who went out like, hey, why did you block me? You have no right to block. Actually, I take that back. He argued that. Nobody is saying that you don't have a right to block people. Jaron himself, when we blocked him, he was like, you don't have a right to block me because of free speech. You are arguing against yourself, you fucking moron, again. He's like, oh, if they have a right to do this, we have a right to block them. No sane person is telling anybody that you don't have a right to block us. Only insane people like you make that kind of argument. All right, let's continue.
You can try arguing with them, trying to get them to see reason, trying to get them to listen and treat you like a regular human being, same way they treat each other, ex-Muslims exclusively, but not non-ex-Muslims. But this attempt at reaching out to them will always be rebuked as a confirmation that you're a bigot.
Look, we actually said like, he had an issue with us. Me and Ali Rizvi on the Secular
Talked to
Judge
him
podcast.
for 2.5 hours about his issues with you.
Took the time to listen to him and talk to him for 2.5 hours. And at the very end of the podcast, he said, I am a bigot. And in response, I told him he's wrong, but not a bigot.
He told you that you were a bigot about halfway through.
Yeah.
It was funny, you pushed him on it too. He didn't want to say it to your face. You had to push him on it to get him to say it to your face. You think I'm a bigot.
So now he's misrepresenting everything. Like, oh, you can't get them to acknowledge this. We took out of we basically give him all the time he needed to explain himself, right? And I actually clarified at the end as well. Did you get to say everything you want to say? Like did I not let you say it? And he said no. He said everything you wanted to say. So I even clarified that as well. And then he says that if we disagree with him, we call him a bigot. But yes, we have him on record. The exact opposite happened. It's very interesting because usually we say like, I never called you a bigot, but I did more than just not call him a bigot. I specifically said that you're not a bigot. Like it's 180 degrees the opposite of what he's saying. Like it's not just that I didn't call him a bigot. It's not just that alone. I actually said, hey, you are not a bigot. Like, oh my God, it's amazing. Ooh.
For disagreeing with them. I'm not making that up.
Yeah, you are.
Exaggeration.
You are. You're literally making that up. You're literally making this up.
A straw man. That is my own experience after trying repeatedly with several of them.
Go check that episode, guys. Go check this episode. Just search for Hinduism and secular jihadists. It should show
I actually
up.
put it in the chat earlier. I can put it in there again.
Okay.
Only recourse I would suggest is to block the hate.
Guys, here's the solution. Oh, fair. Let's address the super chat before we look at the solution. Okay. Susanna, do you want to read this fast?
From Diraj, 200 Indian rupees, thank you. Hindus love boasting about how much better they are from other religions and believers. In reality, there is they're as bigoted and as hateful as any others. Keep up your work triggering these hypocrites. Cheers. I would
Okay,
think
do
that that's
not say
but don't
Hindus.
generalize.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's true about a lot of people, but do not say Hindus because that would be overgeneralizing.
Yeah, that's
Right?
not true. That's not been my experience for all Hindus.
Right. Yeah.
Not even all Hindutva. Not even
Not
all
even-
Hindutva.
Not even. We actually have a Hindutva supporter who agrees with a lot of things that we say. Yeah, we actually have two Hindutva supporters now. Yeah, that agrees with a lot of stuff that we're saying. Right. So, again, hashtag not all. Do not generalize. But thank you for the super chat.
Forever.
Okay, so he's saying, did you hear that last part? Or not?
So
the solution
the only recourse I would suggest
is
to block the hate
Block
forever. Block all ex-Muslims.
Block
It's
them all.
already clear that they are not a serious human rights group, that they have never been serious about human rights,
he got us.
that they don't care
Oof.
about human rights of their fellow ex-Muslims if
Bullshit.
they really are in danger, as these ex-Muslims of the West claim. And it is clear
So he's denying that ex-Muslims, even in Islamic countries, are in danger. The fucking piece of shit.
that the differences we have from my interactions with them as a Hindu shows that Hindus and ex-Muslims have irreconcilable differences.
Nope. We have a lot of Hindu supporters, thanks to you guys. So sorry, you're wrong.
That's all we have gained from any
We have a lot of people that are not atheists that are Hindu, not just like Hindu atheists, like Hindu, okay? Believing Hindus that are not supporting us. Thanks to you guys. So you're fucking wrong. Just because you can't make friends with people who disagree with you, Jared and Love, that doesn't mean other people can't. Just because your failures, do not project your failures on other Hindus, okay? We have other Hindus who fundamentally disagree with a lot of their values and a lot of their views, but now they're supporting us. Thanks to
Like
idiots
Hindu
like you.
historian.
Well, Hindu historian, yes, yeah, Hindu historian. So Hindu historian is not Hindutva, but he's Hindu, right?
Yeah.
But okay, yeah, good. Yes, like Hindu historian. Yeah, like Hindu historian. He's saying like me. Yes, thank you, Hindu historian. See, guys, do not generalize. Hindu historian will always be here to remind us that we should not generalize.
Of course,
He's a sweetheart.
at all.
He's
So my suggestion is block all ex-Muslims.
So here's a beautiful thing about his suggestion. I think that was it. The rest is music, right?
He flashes some words on the screen. We can just let it play.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off the music because I don't want to get a copyright strike. Maybe that's his plan. That's his secret plan. But his main solution, the final. No, I shouldn't say that. The final, not the final. The end. No, that's a trigger word. No, I'm gonna say the final solution is block ex-Muslims. Instead of fighting them, instead of getting triggered, instead of getting butthurt, to block them and move away. That is exactly what we want. That is the entire point of Sexy Kelly. That is the entire point of our activism, is this desensitization. We're like, hey, you fucking morons, if you don't like what we post, there's this thing that you could do, is blocking us. You don't have to, we don't have to censor ourselves. You're responsible for the content that you're exposed to. We're not responsible for the things that you see. We don't have to draw red lines around us because you don't like something. You do that. You don't like this, you block us or you unfollow us, and you don't see the things that you don't want to see. That is the entire point of Sexy Cali. So thank you so much for making our point. We agree with you. The conclusion, thank you for making our point. Thank you for making our activism work. And if it works, if more people follow you and more people
Wait, pause
follow
the
your
screen for a second. Go back.
Okay. Right.
I want to read
Wait,
some.
no, let me make my point. if more people actually end up doing what you say you did, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna declare victory. We're gonna say it worked. The day that we post a sexy Hindu goddess and there is zero reactions, not even zero, when there's half the reaction or when there's little reaction, when we keep posting Hindu goddesses, sexy Hindu goddesses, one after the other, after the other, after the other. And when you guys don't react, when you guys finally chill the fuck out and either block us or unfollow us or move to other things, we're gonna be like, hey, look, it works! It works! Let's see the point, the whole desensitization, it fucking worked. Okay? So thank you. Thank you for telling people, encouraging people to do exactly what we want them to do. Anyways, that's it.
I just want to read this. You can choose to be angry over a 36-year-old man who records himself peeing on religious books and ask if it's okay to post them online and allow his hateful behavior to influence you to send hateful comments. Or you can choose indifference. Don't just get angry and do nothing. Don't allow for laws to be passed to give them more attention and make them louder. Simply block the hate. This is exactly what we want.
Yes! Don't ask for laws to be passed to give them more attention. Yes, make them. Yes, guys, I've been so transparent. Every single one of these, like I told these people that come after me, like, guys, you're helping me. I know I'm tempted to not tell you guys that you're helping me so that you keep helping me. But for the sake of transparency, I'm telling you guys that you're helping me. So just, if you want to hurt me, stop doing exactly what you're doing because you're helping me, right? You're giving me a louder voice. You're giving me more followers. You're giving me more patrons. I just want to be honest and transparent with you guys. I'm just going to tell you. I keep doing it. Even though when I'm telling you, even though I'm being transparent with you guys, you still keep doing it. So I don't know. I guess you get, but hey, no, here's the thing. Follow this guy. Don't do that. Don't pass blasphemy laws. Do not do blasphemy laws. Just block us. That's a better alternative. Follow us. Even though this guy was a moron the entire point of this video, he accidentally ended up being right at the very end. I don't give him credit for that, by the way.
The twist is we agree.
Yeah, we agree. We very much agree with the last point. Even though it took a lot of moronic, points to get there. But yeah, the final conclusion we got there. We got a super chat.
From Trolls again. Final thing, Armin, if you ever retire from AR, consider voice acting because this guy's idiocy gives you the perfect voice for the Joker. Suha agrees.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, I keep getting mixed remarks. A lot of people tell me that the Muslims have two nicknames for me. They went for Berman first, but now it's saying Armin the Kermit. I don't know, something like that.
I thought it was Kermit then Vermin.
Kermit Vermin, I don't know, something like that. But anyways, actually, I'm going to do a review of an Islamic video next that is exposed. Now, I've been exposed by Hindutva people, but now this week, I'm going to do another video. I'm being exposed by Hindutva and Muslims in the same week, same time. So we're going to do a review on Muslims. So this was Hindutva exposing me. I'm exposed, guys. Oh no, but no, it's more. I'm going to get more exposed by Muslims, and I'm going to review that video sometime this week. I'm going to schedule it soon, so that's coming up. So subscribe if you want to be. If you think, oh, Jaron Armin destroyed. Oh, I enjoy seeing Armin being destroyed by this Hindutva guy. I want to see more of that. Subscribe because we're going to get more of that. A Muslim is going to expose Armin for his desecration of the Quran, right?
So that's a good video.
Yeah, that's going to be a good video. So they're going to expose me. They're going to they got me, guys. They're like, Armin said two things that contradict each other. They got me. And oh my God, I can't believe once you see that video, my entire career is over. I become irrelevant. It's the end of me, guys. It's the end of me. So come subscribe for that. You're finished, like Ali Dawah said. Like, Armin, I'm finished.
Boy.
I'm finished. Boy, you're finished, boy. So that's coming up. Let's see if I'm actually finished when we review that video. Anyways, so subscribe for that video. If you want to see that, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It's going to be good. You know it's going to be good. So subscribe right now and hit the notification bell. Hit the notification and then all. Notifications, hit the bell. You see the bell icon? Just hit it and then all. Okay? Bell on. I'm looking at you. Do it. Do it now. Every single one of you. Every single one of you. Yes. You think I'm looking at you? Yes, you. I'm looking at you. Hit the subscribe button now.
You're too much for me.
All right. Bye. Oh, yeah. Highlight this one.